Welcome back to Sawtooth Tactical. Sunday, normally I bring you guys a Second Amendment news story, and I've got plenty of good ones. But this Sunday, I wanted to bring you guys something that might benefit you right now. Because if you're like me, you are constantly buying new firearms, new parts, equipment, accessories, upgrades, things like that. And this is an expensive hobby, an expensive lifestyle. And so, if you're like me, you're constantly looking for a deal. This 300 Blackout build series, I basically built it with all parts that I got on sale, for the most part. I knew what I wanted and I tried to wait until that specific part came on sale, and then that's when I purchased it, so that I could build the highest quality firearm for the least amount of money that I could possibly do. I'm not like one of the bigger channels that gets free stuff sent to them all the time. And so I have to do this with my own money. And so I want to help you guys out because I've found lots of great deals, especially right now, just after Thanksgiving. We've got crazy Black Friday sales going on. And so I just wanted to make you aware of some of the great deals that are out there right now, because right now is the best time to buy firearms, ammo, parts, accessories that I've seen in a couple years at least. So before we get started, just want to invite you to like this video, to share this video, please subscribe to the channel, leave me a comment, leave the rest of the audience comments on any great deals that you know of out there. I can't link to any sites that sell actual firearms. YouTube won't let me do that. But I will link to my Amazon associate account where they have some great deals on optics and things, as well as my Patreon down in the description. Let's get started. So as I said in the intro, I have not really seen a better time to buy firearms, parts, accessories, ammo in quite a while than right now. And there's a few reasons for that. For one, so Joe Biden and the leftist anti-gunners are trying to pass more gun control right now. So I'm not into panic buying, but at the same time, if there's a certain gun, a certain kind of thing that you wanted, that you've been waiting on, it's a good idea to get it before some more legislation comes down the pipeline. For two, Black Friday, the holiday season, this is when things just go on ridiculous sales, and I'm going to mention a few of those as we go on here. But for three also, so we had this crazy firearm buying spree for the last couple of years due to COVID, due to all the riots and things. More people bought firearms for the first time than ever before, and so a lot of things were at inflated prices, specifically ammunition got absolutely ridiculous for a while. Well, because of that, all these companies ramped up production to meet the new demand, and now the demand has waned a little bit, and so we're finding really good prices, especially on ammunition, but on lots of things, on firearms, on AR-15s, handguns, just better prices on all this stuff than I've seen in a long time, which almost gives a person a little bit of buyer's remorse when you see things that you've purchased in the last few years at highly discounted prices from what you paid for them. But for any of you that are looking for those kinds of things right now, it's a great time to get into them. So I want to mention a few things that I think are smart to get right now. So for one, I think that this is a great time to stock up on ammunition. So ammo has been really expensive for a while. And in fact, for a while, it was really hard to even find any ammo. And so if you're like me and you go shooting every weekend, you know, you bought it when you could for whatever you had to pay for it, unfortunately. And so I bought a ton of ammo at very expensive prices for the last couple of years. And it's really nice to see those prices coming back down. It makes it not hurt the wallet so much every time you go out and mag dump a bunch of rounds. And especially when you're trying to film videos for a YouTube channel every week, you know, that adds up. So I want to talk about specifically some great deals on ammo. I'm going to show you what they are real quick. So the first one that I want to talk about is my new favorite ammunition supplier. Now, I am really into supporting my local gun shop, Guffey's Gun and Pawn. Every single gun that we see here, I bought from them. I like to support them. They're local. They're really great people. And so that's important to me. But at the same time, when you go through as much ammunition and stuff as I do, you need to be able to find it at good deals. And so recently I've been getting my ammo about half from them and half from online. But at the same time, I can't really afford to get whole cases of stuff all the time. So one thing that I've really gotten into lately is AAC. Now this company was bought by Palmetto State Armory. Or I don't know if they bought them, but they're the owners of AAC now. It's a subsidiary of Palmetto State Armory. And we're going to talk more about Palmetto State Armory because their website is just a treasure trove of good deals. Whether you buy actual Palmetto State Armory products, like this 11.5-inch AR-15 pistol here, or just other stuff that's not stuff that they produce, they consistently seem to have better prices than just about anybody else. And that definitely holds true with this AAC ammo. So this is 124 grain, 9mm full metal jacket. You can get this right now for $27.99 for 100 rounds. That is a very good deal, considering I think just about a year ago, I was paying more than that for 50 rounds of this PMC. Now, besides that, so I recently got into 300 Blackout with this short 300 Blackout build series that I did. Well, 300 Blackout has historically been a more expensive round to shoot than like, say, 5.56, what I shoot out of my other ARs. Well, you can get AAC Supersonic 300 Blackout here. I've been paying $11.99 for 20 rounds. Again, cheaper than what I was paying for 5.56 just a couple years ago or even a year ago. So AAC ammo, I've been running a ton of it. It's very clean, it's accurate, and it's reliable. I've had zero issues with it, and it is consistently a great deal. And in fact, the deals keep getting better and better. So, you know, this 9mm, it was like $30 for 100 for the 115 grain. Then I started seeing 124, 147 grain of it, and they've dropped the price by $3 per 100 rounds. So now it's $27.99 for that. I just think that is a fantastic deal. But besides that, if you go to your local gun stores, I think you're going to start finding deals as well. I was in my local gun store, Guffey's Gun and Pawn, a couple days ago, and this PMC Bronze, which is ammo that I really like. I've been shooting it a lot for a few years. And it is generally cheaper than a lot of other brands. You know, this isn't what I use for defensive ammunition. This is like my range stuff. And I think I paid $10.99 for 20 rounds of 223 Remington. And that's at the local store. That's not online, so you don't have to pay shipping or anything like that. And so when you consider shipping in, that's actually a better price than maybe a cheaper price you find online, because a lot of the time you put a bunch of stuff in your basket because the prices look awesome, and then they add the shipping cost to it, and if you really do the math, you're not actually saving any money sometimes. So I do believe in supporting your local gun store, and I just couldn't help myself. I went in there to get some 10mm, and again, I love this Ammo Incorporated stuff. Generally, it's a pretty good price too. This was some 10mm flat nose that I was getting to do a review of this pistol. This is a Kimber Custom Shop Super Jaeger 10mm. Wait for the video on Tuesday. It's going to be awesome. But I just went in there to get some 10mm to be able to do that pistol review. And I ended up buying a bunch of ammo because the prices were so good. Like I said, 223 Remington, $10.99. 50 rounds of 9mm, again PMC Bronze. I think it was $15, $13.99, something like that. It was a really good deal, and again, not paying shipping. I also, the same day, I got a new pistol grip for my 11.5-inch AR pistol, just because I liked the angle better, and they had it for $9.99. It's a Mission First tactical pistol grip, and I just like the angle better than this Magpul one. So for that price, I switched it out. But now let's talk about some bigger, better things. Not that ammo isn't bigger or better. You need it in order to enjoy your firearms, to train, and to practice with. And ammo is just one of those constant things that you have to pay for if you're into firearms. But if you're like me, you're constantly upgrading firearms, looking for new firearms to purchase. Especially, again, having the YouTube channel, I feel like I have to bring you guys new and exciting content constantly, which means that I'm constantly having to buy new guns or build new guns, get new accessories, things to review, exciting stuff to bring you guys. And so for me, it's really important to try to find deals on it. And right now, the deals are out there. So the first one I want to talk about is We the People holsters. So I recently did a video on a We the People inside the waistband holster for the Springfield Hellcat Pro and how much I liked that holster. Well, I liked it so much that I ordered one of their holsters for my SIG carry gun there. This has the Wilson Combat Grip Module on it. This is my most recent upgrade to it. It's a standard SIG P365. I've been carrying it in this kind of cheap Polcraft inside the waistband holster, but I decided it's time to finally upgrade. And so I'm getting a We the People holster where you can change your cant a lot more, which is important if you want to carry a longer magazine with more rounds. I'm also ordered a Core Essentials actual gun belt to replace the fairly stiff, decent leather belt that I've used for concealed carry for the last few years. I'll have a video about that stuff coming soon, just a concealed carry kind of update. But I got them both at very good deals. But the deals are even better now. So I ordered the We the People holster, and it was 30% off their normal price. Well, I just checked, and as of today, they're offering 39% off. So basically 40% off their standard pricing. That is a damn good deal. If you need a holster, they make awesome belts. They've got cool clothes, lots of great stuff. 39% off, I think, their entire site right now. Definitely worth checking out. Now, one of my favorite websites to order gun parts and stuff from is Primary Arms. Now, Primary Arms, so all these sites, you guys can find the exact same deals as me, but you do have to sign up for their email list. So if you don't want a bunch of crap coming to your email, don't do that. But if you're like me and you're constantly buying new stuff, it's definitely worth finding out about these kind of deals. So Primary Arms has some awesome ones right now. I'm just going to mention a couple things because these are some of the things that I really like. So for one, Radian Raptor charging handles. If you've followed the channel, you know that I love those. I've got 4 of them. Every one of my ARs has a Radian Raptor charging handle in it because they're just so much easier to actuate and use than your standard mil-spec charging handle. To me, it is worth that extra cost. But you know how I got them? I bought them as Blems. Whenever the Blem Radian Raptor charging handles go on sale, I pick one up. And until all my ARs had them. And you can get them for a much better deal. So I think those charging handles normally go for about 85 bucks. If you get one for a Blem, it's about 20 bucks cheaper. You get it for like 65 bucks. And I've not found a blemish on any of them. And that's my other point. Anytime you see Blem, if it's a product that you've been waiting to get, buy it. I have not had any blemishes on any Blem product that I've ever bought. This PSA 11.5-inch AR was a Blem. And although the price now seems expensive because I bought it in the middle of COVID when all the prices were inflated, at the time I got it for what I felt like was a really good deal. It was about 560 bucks for the base AR. Being a Blem model, I couldn't find a blemish on it, and the thing has ran perfectly every day since then. The upper receiver on my 300 Blackout build from Aero Precision was a Blem. And you know, it's Cerakoted flat dark earth. It has the tightest fit to the lower of any AR that I own. And there's not a blemish on the Cerakote, on the finish, nothing that I could find at all. And it was a great deal. So Radian Raptor charging handles, Blems, awesome deal. Check out Geissele Blems as well. Geissele is one of my favorite companies. But their stuff, you know, you get what you pay for. And so Geissele is generally very expensive stuff. If you can find Blem deals on their stuff, jump on it. They're great deals. And Geissele offers Blems all the time. They even have a part of their page, Count Blemula, where you can just find their Blem deals that they offer. But Primary Arms and other sites are offering all Geissele products on sale right now. Geissele is one of those companies, like I said, they're an expensive, you know, price point to get into their stuff, but in my opinion, it's worth it. But also, they go on sale all the time. Every time there's a holiday or anything, they take that opportunity to run a sale, and you can get stuff for great deals. So their triggers, you know, they're normally like from $240 to $300. And in my opinion, they're the best triggers on the market. I've got a Geissele SSP single stage precision trigger in my 300 blackout. And it's my favorite AR trigger that I have. But this is the thing. Normally, like I said, you're going to pay between $240 and $300 for that trigger or any of their other triggers. I got this one on sale for $165. Right now, you can get their G2S trigger, their Geissele 2 stage, for $90 on Primary Arms. That's the cheapest I've ever seen it. You can get their SSAE, which is, you know, most people, that's their favorite trigger in the world, $144. It's literally $100 off of what they normally cost. The SD3G, the 3-gun, the super precision trigger that they have, $156 right now. That's literally $100 cheaper than what they normally cost. Mark 16 rail, their handguard, $269.99. I know that sounds like a lot for a handguard, but that's a lot cheaper than the Geissele handguards normally are. I think that's about $100 off. The Mark 4 handguards, $225. And those handguards are bomb-proof. They are super robust, really, really incredible handguards. You know, they're like the industry standard, one of the best you can get. And those are the best prices I've seen on them just about ever. Right now, also on Primary Arms, you can get a Leupold Delta Point Pro for $300. $299.99 for this optic. This Delta Point Pro is a fantastic pistol red dot. Normally, they're closer to $400, $450, $300 right now for a Delta Point Pro. If you're looking to get into one of those, right now is the time. Check out Primary Arms. The deals are just amazing. And if you want a whole new AR, now, as I've gotten more and more into the firearms world, the firearms game, I do believe that to an extent, you get what you pay for. And usually things that cost more for a reason. But if you're like me and you're trying to get into something that's going to work at a good deal, I highly recommend Palmetto State Armory. Like I said, I got this whole AR for $560. Not the way it's configured right now. I had to add all this stuff, change out parts, but for the base AR, that's what it cost, and it ran great at that price. You know, this is an M&P 15 Sport 2. Again, when I got it, it was like 700 and some odd bucks. You can get those. I've seen them for like $599 right now, $569 I think on Classic Firearms. You can get a Radical Firearms whole AR set up with a full-length M-Lock handguard, a Mission First Tactical, or a B5 system stock for $399.99, less than $400 for a full AR-15 ready to go out of the box and with furniture that you actually want on it. Like, I had to change out this stock, this handguard, the pistol grip, everything else on this to make it what I wanted, making that cost go much higher because I'm basically paying for the furniture it came with plus a whole nother set. And you can get a Radical gun with the furniture that you want for $400 right now. Just add an optic and you're ready to go to the range. The B5 stock, like I was talking about. So I initially got this Mission First Tactical Minimalist stock on this AR, and I do like it a lot. I've been running it for a few years now, but I've been wanting to get into a B5 system stock for a long time. specifically for this AR because it's my only one that is technically a rifle and not a pistol. So all the rest I have to run, pistol stabilizing braces on. We'll see how long that lasts. December is coming up very quickly. But I ordered a B5 system stock for $36 from Primary Arms yesterday. That's the cheapest I've ever seen them. So check out Primary Arms. There's so many more deals than what I just mentioned. And just great deals right now. Palmetto State Armory, I've already mentioned them a couple times, but they consistently have great deals. If you are like me and you like to build your ARs or even your pistols, they've got a deal right now. Actually, they've been running this deal for a long time. $99.99 for a Palmetto State Armory dagger frame, the lower, with all the lower parts, including the trigger, the locking block, everything, and a stripped lower receiver for $100, less than $100. And you can start an AR build and a Glock build at the same time and get into it for less than $100. I paid way more than that just for the lower for this build, So you can start 2 builds for less than the price of 1 right now from Palmetto State Armory. And in fact, I think the next build series we're going to start here is going to be a Glock build, and I might start with that dagger lower. It's just too good a deal to pass up, and I've only heard good things about it. Again, Palmetto State Armory, their AAC Ammo, absolutely worth getting into. The ammo has not caused me any problems. It runs clean, it's accurate, it's great stuff, and it's a really good deal. Besides that, check out Palmetto State Armory for optics and stuff. So this 512C Holosun that I have on my 300 Blackout, I paid like $350 for it. Palmetto State Armory has had them on like a clearance for a while now. Off and on, you got to catch it for $100 off that, $249. Just fantastic deals. But I'm going to talk about one other way to get Holosun and SIG optics as well, because I feel like they're both, you get a lot for what you pay for Holosun and SIG optics. And this is the thing, you can generally find them all on Amazon. Now, it might not be the very best prices, but what you can do is like what I did to get a couple of these optics. If you sign up for the Amazon credit card, they give you $200 to spend on Amazon just for signing up for the card. And then all kinds of things that you buy on Amazon, if you're a Prime member, they give you the option to pay all at once or to pay over either 6 months or a year with 0% interest. You're not paying any extra to do that. So I got this SIG Tango 1-6 with one of those deals. It was like $350. I'm paying however much each month to pay it off. No interest. I was able to amortize it out without having to drop all that money at once. I did the same thing to get this 512C, and it's a good way to go. I also got my 407K on Amazon. I got one of my Romeo 5 red dots off Amazon. You can get a lot of these optics on Amazon, and I will link down below so you can do that. If you click on my link, it gives the channel a little kickback, helps me bring you guys more cool stuff like this. So please use that link if you're interested in any of that kind of stuff. And like I said, if you sign up for their card, you get $200 immediately to spend on Amazon. So say you're getting a $350 optic, all of a sudden it only costs you $150 and you're paying over 6 months or a year with 0% interest. It's a damn good way to get an optic that maybe you can't afford all at once right now. A couple other things I want to mention. So I've always wanted to get an MP5, and in fact, that's why I built this Aero Precision EPC9. I wanted a pistol caliber carbine, a subgun, 9mm, carbine, AR. And, an MP5 was just a higher price point than I was able to get into. But right now, you can get a Century Arms AP5 from Classic Firearms. It's made on the same tooling that's used by Heckler & Koch by HK in Turkey, and you can get them for as cheap as $1,080. Now, this cost me more than that to build. So for barely over $1,000, you can get into an MP5 clone right now, a very high quality one, made out of the same parts, same tooling, awesome MP5 clone. They've got a bunch of different models that go up from there, but the cheapest one, $1,080. You pretty much can't beat that. Apex Tactical also. So I've got an Apex trigger in my M&P 2.0. I believe that is a necessary upgrade for the M&P 2.0. Let's take a look at that trigger real quick. It just makes this gun so much better. Check out the take up. That's the brake. Reset, brake. And Apex is running a sale right now. They make triggers for all kinds of guns. FN 509 series, M&P 2.0, Glocks, all kinds of stuff, SIGs, and they are a huge upgrade, and you can get a great deal on them right now, very high value. Aero Precision, if you're into building guns like I am, check out their prices right now. You can get into like builder sets, low receivers, parts kits, all kinds of stuff. Very good deals on that right now as well. So I recommend you check them out. And there's a whole host of other sites. But I just want to bring you guys some of these deals because, you know, you got to make those decisions. It's Christmas time. You know, I need to buy presents for my family, for my daughter. Ski passes, things like that are really important to me. But as you guys know, so are firearms, and firearms are expensive. So when you find deals, it is worth jumping on them. So again, I'd like to invite you to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Check out down below if you want to help me be able to afford some of this stuff to bring you guys new cool content. Please consider joining the Patreon, or if you want to buy any of these kinds of optics and stuff I talked about on Amazon, use my affiliate link. It'll help the channel out a little bit, helping me bring you guys more cool stuff, and is greatly appreciated. And from Sawtooth Tactical, stay strapped to get clapped.